Hello, folks. How are you doing? It's the UK also having a heat wave. Listen, it's pretty hot. It's not that hot. Hot. Oh, sorry I'm on Satisfactory. They released a new update. So I was pottering around on it. And then I didn't want to stop pottering around on it. And I was like, I don't think I have it in me at the moment to beat any of the harder bosses in Elden Ring on the non-encumbrance run. So yeah, this is my little starter base for the new Satisfactory update. It's rubbish, but you know, it's getting it done. Just unlock the dimensional depots and then put them on everything. So this has just been feeding me as it's been running around. You know, it just makes the basics. I just unlocked oil and built a hypertube over to some oil. Did they have more plot? Yeah, they doubled the amount of meaningless bullshit that the computer says to you when you pick up certain upgrade things. That was a cop-out, wasn't it? That was them being like, oh shit, we forgot to write a story. That's that does quick wire and just dumps it into dimensional depots. Yeah, it's a bit too warm for my liking in the UK. I wouldn't call it like oppressively hot or anything. I have a couple of geothermals hooked up. I want to get more. Spat out into the wall. Somebody's been busy. And this is a basic oil thing that makes rubber and plastic and dumps them into dimensional depots as well, just for the purposes of upgrading. How the spider's doing. There is a spider update. We have lights now. We have little... What? It says "wee" on the right side of the screen, and I don't know why it says that. I think, did I accidentally... Is that like... did it end up in... It's above the to-do list. I don't know why. Oh, I must have accidentally typed in the public note box. There we go. Woo. I'm running restart. Yes, look at me go. I can run finally. I have a jetpack which runs on leaves at the moment. I'm like midway, you know, through the tech trees. Something like that. I also, I felt really bad shooting at the animals. So I put them on, they only fight back. They're just, they'll attack me if I attack them. But I don't want to be killing all these beautiful animals for no reason, you know? Makes me feel bad. Hi, I'm mad, says Fizzy. Oh no, what's happened? What do lights have to do with spiders? Well, we can make it bright for them or dark for them without moving their cages around too much. And bright lights help them with hunting. They, if they can see better, they're better hunters. So they have little LED clip lights above their cages now. Oh, because I titled the stream "Don't Be Mad." I see. Objective: build the space elevator. Well, we'll throw that in over there, eh? I went to wandering around the map and took the space elevator with me. Which is why it's If you look up, this thing will have to move over now. What are we not being mad about? I thought that people would be mad at me playing Satisfactory out of selfishness. I'm honestly I feel a little physically weak today. Like I've either had too much or not enough sugar. It's very cool how this thing repositions over the space elevator, I must say. I like that. Very good animations in this game. There we go. So I haven't even got started on phase 3. This is not a completing phase 3 base. This is just gets you the basics base, you know. My phone just buzzed. I am so unprofessional. What was it? A Twitch sponsorship. No, get away from me. I'm here to build a factory for my own enjoyment. I don't want to sully this by introducing money.
Hello there.
Thank you very much, Illegal Waffles, for gifting a sub. That is what I'm here for, after all. And excellent timing on that as well. Right then. Sell us some dish soap or a gacha game. Do you reckon I could get away with doing ads if I spent like a year before in everything, streams, videos, whatever, being like, I'm gonna do ads in future, but I know that I hate the thing that I'm advertising, and I advise you not to buy it, whatever it is. I don't care. It's gonna be done completely sarcastically, although you won't be able to tell. It'll be done perfectly straight in the actual thing. All right, what should I do then? I have one. Look how pathetic this is. I kind of like these early bases though, when you're just like, let me just set up and just plop some stuff down. Doesn't have to look nice, doesn't have to be efficient or anything like that. Look at my cute little car. This is how I get coal. One of the things they put in was a new vehicle pathing system, which was great because it's way better than the old one. It's a tiny little tractor that follows a path. Look at it. And, you know, occasionally snaps the leg of whatever those are. I doubt they're background checking that hard. No, they just look at numbers. Those vampires. There's a YouTube channel I really like, and they make good content. But they do any old bullshit ad that is thrown at them, you know, so it's like all the dodgy ones. You know, like apps people say are scams and things like that. And I don't know. They make good content, and I realize they have to get paid. And I get it. I guess we've all got our limit, don't we? No, those are the plant ones. I don't want to hurt those. So yeah, this is where I get coal from. And I have a little coal generator set up here. Yeah, there's like, you're talking about any Austin, right? Yeah, that underpants company is evil. No, I was talking about the channel All the Gear there, but any Austin also could fall into that category. Scottish Lord thing, what's that? Is that one of... Oh, that's like... They're old-timey scams, right? Buy a piece of the moon, become a lord of a square foot of Scotland. I don't mind. Yeah, like, if it's like, you know, all the gear do like, you know, drinks and food. You know, like, oh, it's a food box. They send you a salad in the mail or whatever they do. I don't know what goes on. They seem like fine, right? There's no like gambling element to that. Hopefully. It's my really ugly steel setup. Which, you know, it works. I guess it's, you know, there are some channels that have expenses, you know, and couldn't make the sorts of content they make without being like, hey, buy this, I don't know, pair of underwear. It's the underwear can't be bad, right? Like, as in morally. Unless it's like sweatshop underwear or something. See, there's minefields everywhere. For those with eyes to see. BetterHelp. Yeah, BetterHelp's one of the ones. Like, you know, there's a few where it's like, I'd rather starve. Is it? I don't know if it is. No one take anything I'm saying seriously. I was guessing a potential bad thing it could be. Alright, what should we actually do then? I made one blueprint, but I didn't like it very much. It's a little smelter house. That smelts, you know. But I don't feel like going deep into blueprints, because annoyingly, for no reason, they give you two differently sized blueprint designers, which I find very annoying, because you don't really want to work on any of them until you get the second one. You take one from Shudder. Yeah, I'm sure there's ones I would do. Let's see, this one. We could get the Blueprint Designer Mark II, and then futz about making blueprints. That's probably the most boring thing that I could do on stream, so maybe we'll do that. But I need 100 computers, and I do not have 100 computers. Can I make computers? I don't know if I can make computers. No, we need this one first. Alright, cool. Now, the only thing I'm going to have to craft here... Like, go out of my way to craft. You know what? Let's move this to a bigger area. Let's get ourselves some crafting space. Yeah, we can pop you here, actually. Lovely. Any spicy alterations for this run, by the way? What, like, I have to stay at level 1. Oh, let's see. Caterium circuit board. I like the sound of that. It has randomizer settings. Oh yeah, you can like randomize where the ore nodes are, right? I haven't done that. Because, you know, I don't want to be like, that doesn't interest me at all, but it's all pretty much the same. Honestly. Alright. So, as I said, I don't have motors set up. So we're going to have to make some. And I need to get 100 status. Pop them in there. There we go. Legally. Why do people do that? You don't need AI shit. I don't want to be like, look at me. My videos get millions of views, and I just write the name of it. I just write the name of it. I write it in text in my video editor and then take a print screen of it. Alright. That's very good. So we need 200 of these. I really appreciate this dimensional depot thing. It's so good, isn't it? Look at that. Once you get it like up and running for stuff, just getting more and more things plugged into it. It's great. You should hand draw it to make a statement. It is bullshit. Alright, and we need 400 plastic, which I've just set up. That's the rest of our cable. And there's our plastic. Lovely. Just the motors now then. Look at that. This thing spawned in without any sounds. Oh look, I can't hear it here. Look at that, there's like a sound barrier. Must be to do with going in and out of the hub. The dimensional depots are such a convenience. I'm glad. Yeah, they're great, aren't they? It's handy to just be able to, like, you know, store stuff in it as well. Like, you can just drop stuff in out your inventory if you're full on things. So this is to get computers. And I've already forgotten what I was going to do with the computers, which is wonderful. My plan is, obviously, to make something way better than this. And then come back and strip this down. Although I probably won't ever end up doing that, because I'll be like, well, it doesn't draw much power, and it's self-sustaining, and it, you know, it is feeding dimensional depots. The only really expensive things here are the dimensional depots, honestly. I also have enough to make, I think, 3 of these power augmenters, which are just, you know, they're great, but they're enormous. They don't like going anywhere. Oh, they take motors as well, do they? I just make a new, better one and then leave the old stuff. Yeah, I do that as well. It was extremely funny of Illuminati to accuse anyone of ripping off her channel. Oh no, shit. You might want to get out the way there. That was nearly very messy. Oh, hey, look, there's a power slug directly above me. If I can ever be bothered going to get that. Okay, so we were doing that because we wanted to get... so I've got 15 minutes now before I can unlock this. So I have 15 minutes in order to make 100 computers. Essentially. Now, I don't have circuit boards, but I do have plastic and quick wire. So I can repurpose this machine to make this. And we'll put in 500 quick wire. We need a stack of plastic. And that'll make 43 a minute. Which is wonderful. I'm using a lot of those multipliers and power slugs. Yeah. Yeah, we're okay consumption-wise, aren't we? I still prefer to put this down somewhere. Let's make some of these. Only a short stream today. No, I've got 15 minutes until the pod gets back. So I need to get the computers together in that time. Let's see. I'm going to spend 10 computers building this. Listen, this is... It's not pretty. But these things are good. They're really cool. I like their animations as well. Look at our power generation there when I plug that in. Just thwoomph. Wonderful. There's a new Manta model. I didn't know that. Is that true? Am I really going to handcraft this many computers? It has a hog now. No, it doesn't. I don't believe you. There we go. Manufacturer. I really have to get motors hooked up. Maybe I'll go have a look at it. Oh god, neither of this is good. There we go. We do need motors, sadly. Rotors, stators. These things make such odd sounds. There it is. I don't know if I can get up there. I'll have to build a big ladder to get to it. You're gonna make a single... Hey, I haven't done that in a long time. I made a series of platforms with legs. Oh yeah, look. It's prettier. Well. I'm fine. Yeah, I've played this before. I made a gigantic floating platform with a big strip down the middle of it, with all like just a belt for every item in the game, and it was the ugliest piece of crap in the whole world. Not that you can tell. Hey, I'm brilliant at this game. I might actually go pro. Plastic and cable. I came up with an ending for my video, by the way. It's not... The only thing, though, is it's not happy. This thing's gonna fucking eat all the power. This is the end. Let's see. Oh, because, yeah. It hasn't queued this in, so in about 2 seconds, this is about to go through the roof, I think. Yeah, oh, fucking hell, look at that. Look how expensive it is to run a overclocked, summer-slooped manufacturer. Holy shit. This thing. And they lived happily ever after. All was well. There we go, though. This makes 12 computers a minute. And just completely eats my whole power system to do it. Now, do I have the rest of this? I think so. We have concrete and rubber. And I think I've got enough heavy modular frames. I've never made one. But I've found a bunch walking around. Did you use AI to write the end? I should, shouldn't I? I should be like, now to illustrate how bad AI is at writing, I'm going to let it come up with the conclusion to my video. God, that would be such a cop-out. Are you excited for Prime Minister Andrew Bingham? Oh yeah, I can't wait to be let down by a completely different guy who looks exactly like Keir Starmer, but like 10 years younger. Can't wait. Let's keep feeding this thing as well, eh? I can't use these summer sloops. I just use them when I'm like crafting individual things I need like this. But they can't be part of your regular builds at all. Never use them. Cat and I survived a vet visit. She's suited and looks silly. Oh, I like when cats and dogs go all floppy. Look, it's quiet here. There's like a little... It's like it's silent. They make that the ending to Bilbo's book. That's ridiculous. I've thought of an ending to my book. This is the end. There we go. I have 65 computers. And I've got 5 minutes to come up with the rest. Like I'm doing anything. I'm not doing shit. I'm just standing around while these machines do it for me. This is my story. The problem I was having is it's just so depressing. I don't have like any sort of ray of sunshine at the end of this one. It's just kind of like, this is really depressing, and there's no pushback to it in the mainstream. And as long as that remains the case, everything's going to keep getting worse. Anyway, thanks for tuning in today, folks. You know, like that. That's too sad. What's that? What's that about? Alright, computer making boy, how are you doing? You need more plastic. We just have to keep this thing fed. It really goes through plastic though, doesn't it? And it munches cable as well. Vote Labour. Show a picture of the spider. The spiders have been very active today under their lights. Oh, the baby who went into the cocoon came out of the cocoon, molted, freshly molted, and has been walking around the cage, happily chomping down little flightless fruit flies. Hang on. One sec, let me go do a little spider check to make sure they're doing okay. Hello, little spiders. How are you doing? They seem okay. I think they can see too well with those lights, though. I turn around across the room to look at them, and they both turn towards me. Like, immediately, like, hey, what's up? You're their god. Oh, God. They're fascinating. They are. They're interesting. Alright, there we go. One more computer, and we're laughing. We'll keep this thing making a few more computers just for now, though, eh? Let's unhook this thing so it shuts up. I love a bug that can look at you and try and figure you out. They're creepy. Jay Foreman ended this video about where politicians avoid answering questions. So what's the solution? Oh, Jesus. Well, that's sad. That's the same boat I'm in. What do you say, you know? Like, I can explain things. Like, I can show the truth. I can show where someone's lied. But it has zero penetration. Like, into powerful places, I guess. And that sucks. It's like, you feel like something should happen, you know? You're like, oh, I made something that 1 million people all agree with. And you're like, but so like it doesn't matter because the 5 people who don't agree and never will because it would cost them money don't care. So yeah, it's just very dispiriting sort of state of affairs. There we go. What do we need? 400 rubber, 1500 concrete. Oh, we're laughing. And 50 more heavy modular frames, which I definitely have. There we go. That's loud, isn't it? Do an ad read for antidepressants at the end. Because I just wish there was a more positive, like, politically. I mean, I'll say that the Greens are looking a lot better at the moment, better than Labour, certainly, and that I will most likely be voting for them at the next opportunity. I can say that. But, that, you know, that doesn't feel great. I don't want to just say, like, oh, just wait a few years and then vote for a different political party. Alright, so. Blueprint Designer Mark II. For that, we need 20 computers. Yeah, better help at the end. You can make a video 1 million people see, but a book read. See the yeah, it's unfair, isn't it? It's not taken seriously. I would like some explosives in the game, I should say. I'm not at that point with politics yet. You mute? Of course I muted the robot. It never shuts up. It yaps constantly. And especially when you're picking up the magic balls and the magic S's. It just yaps shit at you all constantly. There we go. Oh god. If there's a happier ending to the video, I haven't got it. It's basically, it builds off of things I say earlier in the video, where I read out a bunch of Walker Connor's analysis of nationalism, since Matt Goodwin quoted him about how it's based on emotions and not facts, and like doesn't actually accord with history, and all of our nations are relatively recent constructions, and the land where they are is like, you know, the people are descended from multiple different ethnic strains and so on, and like the myth of this timeless nation is false. It like builds off that. And the AI stuff about how it doesn't matter that it's not real. It just matters. Like, that's why the AI is the perfect fascist, like, writing tool. Because they don't give a shit if it's true. It's just how it feels, you know? So I basically end by saying, you can't, like, Labour can't say, but look, we can be racist too. We've got the immigration figures down. Because it doesn't matter if immigration is falling, which it is, because they feel like it's increasing, and so it is to them. Like, you can't deal with that in a logical way. You can't out-racist them because they can always be in opposition and say, we'd be twice as racist. And you can't beat that. Hello, slug. Saying this, I don't like killing the other creatures, but I do pick up the power slugs. I can't feel like they like being turned into power shards. Maybe they do. It's part of their life cycle. The way you deal with it is offer another way forward than it. Like, that's why Labour are dropping the ball so hard at the moment, because they're saying, look, we got immigration down. But the important thing is that immigration is not actually the problem. So it's not solving any problems. But if they were, if people were like, wow, the minimum wage just increased. Like, public services just got way better. They're building more houses. You know, if things were improving, then no one would listen to someone saying all of these horrible problems are being caused by foreigners. Because they'd be like, what problems? Things are getting better. Lovely. Aw, Fizzy, that's sweet. What are you watching this on? Are you watching this on... Are you wearing headphones at the moment? Or am I coming over speakers? Speakers. Alright. No, I can't do it. I was gonna scream into the microphone. I was gonna scream really loud, but I can't do it. I inhaled to do it, and then I felt mean. I braced. I can't be doing that, so I don't want to scare the spiders over there.
Hello there.
Hello, I'm angry, take that, ha.
Seth Goatfriend, thank you very much for the sub. I will gladly take your anger. As long as it financially compensates me. Biomass burner. Lovely. I don't know why I'm picking that up. I'm just going to end up throwing it in the bin anyway. Alright. Let's see what we got. Heavy oil residue. Or coated iron plates. I'm not terribly excited about either of those, so I'm going to rescan it. Plastic smart plating. Coke steel ingots. That's a way to use petroleum coke, I suppose. Yeah, I could see using that. Probably won't, but... Alright. Let's go for a little explore. I love having these on passive. I don't feel bad at all. Because I'd have to turn up and kill them all, and I don't want to do that. Let's all just be friends. We want the resources, but not the people. Yeah, we get to go over there and nick all their stuff, but they don't get to come over here. 100, eh? This is gonna overkill, but it's good to have enough to build one of those. British politics seem more frustrating than American politics. Yes. America is a democracy compared to the UK. We look with envy at your two political parties who pretend to be different. They're not really. But we don't even get that. We don't even get that. We get political parties who are all kind of the same. I will say, I'm saying that the Greens have been alright lately. They've been better than they historically have been. But between like Labour and the Conservatives, they are the same. They just pretend that they have different levels of competence at delivering the same product. There we go. Little bit of overkill there. Hello, friend. Like, if any sort of progressive gets onto the national stage in the UK, it's an all hands on deck emergency. Like, they can break through sometimes in the States. But over here, it feels like it's more solidified against them. Labour must kill Vampire Jezza. Yeah. It's partly, I think, because there's so much more of the states and there's so many more elections going on that occasionally they get someone who's vaguely alright running for something, you know. The donors do have limited attentions and pockets as well. Whee! Should we have a build over here? The music's too uplifting for the depressing political talk. Bernie winning would lead to a... Fucking hell. Not quite. Yeah, honestly, that's why it's great people run, even if there's like limited chance of them winning, because people like the pressure groups, the think tanks and so on have to spend resources and time dealing with them, even if they don't win. It's annoying. Am I going to have enough space to build my blueprint thing here? Blueprint designer Mark II. We'll have it. Whatever. The Revolutionary Socialist Party. Oh, if they were, I would vote for them without even looking at what they were into. Unfortunately, they probably don't let you stand if your politics are like, we should plant a bomb in, you know. They're probably like, well. Alright, what are we making then? Just I need to make, I rather foolishly was like, I need this to be exactly the same size. I don't. I need it to be one bigger if we're gonna make some crap. It's for the love of God, will you not clip onto this side? And this one. Well, whatever, that'll do then. I guess we're going there. There's no reason you should be mad. I figured people wouldn't want to see me playing Satisfactory. Yeah, that's inside. Beautiful. Why it's a pub? Because, you know, people would shout at me for whatever reason. It's not always logical. Are we still inside? We are. The Elon must pay party. I see the Democrats are going with that chicken, Donald Trump, was too cowardly to stand up to the villainous Iranians. Vote for us. We'll show those foreigners. And other such things as that. There we go. Lovely. Did negotiations stall out immediately or something? Completely, amazingly, surprisingly, big surprise. It shocked the world. The moment it looked like peace was on the cards, Israel dropped some bombs in Lebanon, derailing the agreement. Who could have seen that coming? Alright. What's the best thing to do here then? Should we make a mega smelter? What do we got at the moment? Let's see, 480. Oh, I'm gonna have to get my calculator out, aren't I? Let me pop my calculator over here. Very good. So, 480 divided by 30, which is what smelters take. Yes, 30, 30. 45, 15. Ooh, not for Caterium then. But this will do for copper and iron. So off the belts we currently have, we can run 16 of them off one belt. How many can we get in here like this then? You know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we could get 8 in if we push them right up to the wall. But why do that, eh? I don't want to be constantly fighting for space, you know? Israel will always break the ceasefires, unfortunately, because it needs to. It can't let there be peace, or it'll fall apart. And let's start building, like here. I'm gonna make a 2-floor one of these things. Maybe I should put down a... Nah, I won't put down a floor. I'll build a floor to put it on. Like, what? The fascist bloc in Israel, which is disappointingly large, what they would like is Israel to be ringed by American troops and military hardware, and then for them to march forward, killing everything in their path and giving all of the land to Israel. It's not a great arrangement. We'll go with the cheapest, right? For this bit. Like that. We just build the same on the other side. Now the thing is, you can get these way tighter, I know. And so I might end up doing that. Whatever happened to Karg Island? There's still just troops that's in. Oh, they never invaded Karg Island. Yeah. Because some people wanted to, but cooler heads prevailed on that one, it seems. Which is a good idea. So let's go 1, 2 in. We'll see how that looks. Nope. I like it how it said, I don't want to be constantly fighting for space, but now I'm like, no, I will make this perfect, or I shan't do it at all. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's fucking incredible. You can get a piece of paper between them. Okay, brilliant. Okay, they are positioned correctly. If American troops were on Karg Island at any point, what they would have been doing primarily was being exploded. That would have occupied most of their day. Now what I'm trying to build here is like fairly complicated. That's probably fine, isn't it? Yeah, because we're going to have to be a little higher than that. Don't want to be clipping with the lights there. Very good. I think that's correct. Just as tall as possible. I mean, that would make this easier, to be fair. I have a memory of this not really working out all that well, though. Am I correct? Didn't this one keep breaking? I can't remember if that's connected or not. See, it says it's lined up. It's pointing in like that. Maybe we do it like that and then no, see. That doesn't work. Yeah, no, that's not connected. There is a way to do this, though. I just can't quite remember it. But hey, we'll figure it out. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. It showed a little line. Was that it? So we delete the belt. Put the merger on the lift. Did they clip on the end? So this would be a splitter. Like that. Oh my god, they rarely do. That's silly though, isn't it? building cannot be nudged. Yeah, that's a bit much, isn't it? We want it to clip to the end. I like how this is all to save a tiny amount of space for no reason. Like, it's probably not even necessary, this. Like, even within the boundaries of this. Like, what if we just go from, like, here? So, like, there. Then we can probably just feed it in, can't we? And have less chance of, like, going weird on us. Is this space here? Look at that. Tons of space. Ooh, I wish I could hover. Must say. There we go, we can just do that. We can just connect it like that. That works, doesn't it? This game is pretty boring if you don't try to do your very best. That works, doesn't it? And there's no chance that this is not going to clip correctly and stuff. Oh yeah, you have to, if you want to build in this game, it's got to be on stilts. Like, if you want it to look like, you can't just like build with the floor here. You're building on stilts above it, you know. This would be... So how does that look if we, for instance, you know, we do that. That connects. Brilliant. I never build on flat land in Minecraft Exploring. Yeah. There we are. And then we make this... Well, we just need to replicate all this on the other side now, don't we? We only need to build one floor of this, because then I can save it, copy it, and paste it above. One thing they added in the most recent update, you can daisy chain the machines together now. Look at that. That's just wonderful. Okay, so first things first. This is lined up with the back of this. So right there. And we make it as tall as possible. I thought that was new. Unless I'm wrong and just, you know, a fool. I guess the thing to do here would be to put all these on, right? These only have to be level 1s. So I'm never going to overclock any of these machines. Where? finding that you've made one of these things incorrectly. It's very sad, by the way. You've, like, built a whole tower of this, and then it turns out that you misplaced precisely one fucking belt in it, and it all backs up. Now, I can't put it on straight like that, but I can do that. And then like that. And that. Thank you, Satisfactory devs, for being very generous about this. Uh-oh. I spoke too soon. Gotta line it up well. There we go. So now we need to daisy chain together these two. Is this going to go through though? Because I'm not going to be happy about that. I'm not happy. I am not a happy man. I'm not happy about that. We can't have it be like that, can we? I'm not happy about that even. We'll sort the power out later. Listen, be quiet, you lot. I'm gonna I say that they only just added in daisy chaining of power. That's what I think. I don't care if it's right. Splitter. Very good. Well, this is looking beautiful so far, isn't it? Clear that off. That. Ashley read all of my script up to the conclusion and laughed many times, which is all I'm really going for, of course. I'm not like, does it make sense? I'm like, is it funny? Is it funny enough? There we go. So that's the input. It gets split into two, and then they get fed along here. And into there. Like that. And then nothing, because we haven't hooked up the outputs yet. But we can do the precise same thing. You can run them along the outside, or you can do this, like that, and pop them along the top. And why wouldn't we? Pointed and left. No. Left at the intended times. Let's see. Maybe here or here. Let's try here. Well, that's not going to be good, is it? This one or this one. That one's too far over. There we go. At the times you demanded. No, although I was annoying, I was like, whenever she laughed, I was like, oh, what bit were you laughing at? What was it you laughed at? Okay, so let's hope that this works. We go on here. Slide. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright. That's interesting. This Matt Goodwin guy is really funny. Oh, look, we can do this here. That's what this was for. Just gonna eyeball this. Hope we get it right. That one's not very good. We'll see how generous it feels like being. Shit. Okay, well that would work. Running this line is silly. We'll just clip it to the ends. That's fine. We'll just clip 4 of them to the ends. And then run a line through them. Let's try that. Is that high enough? Could be. Nope. Hang on. Not being able to hover is doing me in a bit. Merger. Yeah, this is a little too clippy for me. Let's make it 1 higher. Merger. See, we can just pop the merger on the end, but it just looks ugly, doesn't it? It's not so bad. It kind of gives the impression that it's just being lifted into the bottom of the merger. What do we reckon? Doesn't it? It like oddly kind of fits. Nah. But it's... Listen, if you all agree, it's fine. It's so much easier. Oh, fuck. Fine. You bastards just, like, won't let me get away with it. Okay, let's try here. Oh, it looks hideous. That's a first time chat as well. Use your first time chat to, like, make it so I'm not allowed. I have to do the way more complicated build, which involves putting down all these fucking things fast. Okay, merger, right? So, like, we have to line this up dead on with that. Nope. We fucked it. Well, I say we. It was entirely me. Yeah, this needs to be over by 1. Hello, Drainog. Woken up, have we? I, for one, think this thing I don't understand looks very lovely. Oh, thank you. Okay. At some point... There we go. Hey, look, that's lined up now, so I think what we do here is we take this off. And then we put it back on. Yeah, that's what we want. Click. 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 That's how you build it. See, it's just a ball ache because you have to put this on. Then you have to build the guideline. And then you have to put the merger on. And then you have to delete this and rebuild it to make it attach. And it's a pain in the ass. I'm mad he's not playing Infra anymore. Well, that's the only one of you, I think. Look at it, though. It's nice, isn't it? It's like you built this sort of incomprehensible little machine. But we only have to... Because we're building it inside this planner, the idea is we only have to build this once. And then anytime we want this, we can just plonk it down, fully built like this. So it's a time-saving mechanism. Don't need this bit anymore. Let's do these next three all together, eh? I always mess up one of these. It's just very hard. They don't... Oh, hang on. No. What am I talking about? I was like, for some reason they don't clip. They do clip. They clip exactly to it. Yeah. They never used to do that, in my defense. It's like, I have to line this up by eye. I totally don't. Got it, got it, got it. Very good. I mean, Mark should take a picture of this walkway to nowhere that has no supports on it, probably. Okay, so that's connected directly to it. What we'll do is we'll make one at the end of this process. And then we'll go through and manually check everything out and make sure it works correctly. Okay. Let's do that on the other side. I think it was here, right? Like that. That looks about right. Is there any chance whatsoever someone can get Starmer out and actually do something to save labor? No. Just nah. Nope. Not happening. See, I think it'd have to be actual. You know, I saw one of those terrible policy people saying Labour's had lots of successes, they just aren't communicating them properly. Meaning, you know, let's do nothing but change our messaging and just hope everything magically works out. Now, I'm sorry, but no. Nope, this is wrong. All gotta be changed. Still, I'm glad I found it early. This needs to be one over to the left. I knew it was wrong. No one told me. See, what we need to change is on the level where it doesn't matter how you're communicating them. Because they're so obvious that you literally couldn't miss them. There we are. This is going right. Okay, so everything's going down this way. comes out of these two. And these will come out of these two. And that's fine. I think. I could invert these, but I don't think it matters which way they go down, actually, on the first row. There we go, that worked fine. Now we strip this side off and put them back on again. He is like the ideal labor leader, really. They shouldn't ever like, what would be the point in swapping him out? There we are. Look at that. Perfect. Now this is 240. But what we need... We could fill a whole belt with this. I could do a save midway through, you know? I nearly hit clear blueprint designer then. There we are. That's very good. I want to delete that one. I don't like it. Look at that. Now I can just build that anywhere. But we want to do better than that, don't we? Let's get some architecture. Much too big. That's probably better, isn't it? What if we took this into here like this? Should we go with these pillars? What do we reckon? I think that's good. That's the right height, isn't it? We put another floor on top of that. Yeah. You don't like the hand movement. Labour were a more working class party at one point, but they changed. These are just guidelines for now. They changed, man. So obviously. Maybe. No, that'll have to go through the floor, won't it? Problem is, if I line it up like this, it's going to be in the way of that. this one's in the way. I guess we could just have them offset slightly. Or put them further on the outside. Yeah, I might have to put them on the outside. I can do that. I'd prefer if they were all square, you know. So aligned with the edge like this. Yeah, that's nice. I like it. I think that works. As long as we can get a belt out of here. Yeah, apparently. Yeah. Basically, everything good about this country was built by a political party that doesn't exist anymore, essentially. And it's sad. Okay, right here. That's right, isn't it? I hope this fits. I'll be very excited if it does. Oh, I don't know about that. That's bleak but true. Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? It's tough, this one. What the fuck am I meant to say? I guess, you know, it's just not really, it isn't possible, is it? It's not possible. It's just an impossible writing test. So, you know what? The only positive thing I can think about in this political moment is the how good renewables are doing. Solar. Brilliant. I have to do some nudging here. Oh, I don't like that. Look at that. That's sad. It's off by 1. Especially, hopefully, exacerbated by the issues in the Middle East recently, but boy howdy, would it be good if the world was not quite so reliant on oil. What can I do here? We go like this, it's 1 off. just always one off. It's just always going to be very depressing, isn't it? There's nothing we can do. Right. See, the problem is the pressure coming from the States, which very much does not want people to transition to renewables and wants people to rely on oil, because that's where it's like power comes from. There's a new micro nudge feature. Oh, honestly, like this is not solvable, I don't think. Unless we build like 4 of them. Just give it an overhang. Nudge in half step. Hopefully the economics of it just... 2, 3. We'll have to build this in stages. Yeah, exactly, Panda Bibble. That's the hope. Also good for a half. We could do halvesies. Is that allowed? Am I allowed to get away with that? I don't know. I'm not happy about the floor here at all. Let's be perfectly honest. I'm gonna change what I'm doing. That's the floor plan of it. So that's what we're going to be doing. Even if we have to squish a little bit. There we are. That's the least obtrusive clipping I could get. I fear this, though. I might end up doing one of these. You'd think the capitalists would be all... Well, a lot of them are. That's the thing. The issue is, once you've got the existing infrastructure, then it becomes a loser to stop using it, you know? Nope. We're just sacking off these back ones for now. We'll build the rest of it, and then we'll see how we're looking. There's no legs around the back for now. Or here. In fact, fuck the legs. Let's just get rid of them. I'm putting them on way too soon. You know, we get it all working first, and then we add in unnecessary rubbish. Ooh. So here we are. Now the trick is to put this on backwards. We need to line it up. That's a good job I noticed that. These foundations are off. They were over by 1. God, it's difficult to make anything good in this game. What's going on, Satisfactory? I'm working on a smelting setup in the Blueprint Designer, and I'm struggling a little bit. Should have started with this, really, shouldn't I? There we go. Let's just get it really flush like that. Yeah, it was 1 off last time, so there was nearly a disaster. But it's been averted. Like, if you were starting from scratch, obviously, solar is the best investment. But if you already happen to own a bunch of, like, oil and gas plants and refining infrastructure, then your best bet is to use them for as long as you possibly can. There we go. So we want to, like, put this one directly above. Which is going to be difficult because it's not the same either way around, is it? So we want it to be like that because I'm going to strip the ends off. That works, right? Something like that. There we go. So now we need the level 4 conveyor lifts. And more of them. Let's take the inputs up to the 2nd level. Like that. How tall can this be stacked? Oh, well, you know, you could save this and just really high, I guess. I had little skyscrapers of these in one of my games, didn't I? Where they would just feed in. Like, I'd need it at least twice as tall as this to handle the highest belt in the game, I suppose. So here is going to be the output. This one. Also, these are still not hooked. they're all linked along the side, but I couldn't find like a pretty solution for hooking this side to this side, because it goes right through the belts. Can you believe that? Like, it's just the worst, isn't it? Building a completely vertical factory seems extremely cool. So our outputs are going to be from here and here, so we obviously want to combine them into one. What's the best way to get this down, though? Maybe we could put it, like, above this one? That would work, wouldn't it? So we do, like, down to the floor, merger in the middle. End up with them. We've got to make sure that's facing the right way, though. God, it's hard to tell. Really wish that could float. I think I got it. There we go. Here we are, input and output. It's just two really ugly bits we have to take care of. We need some way to hook this to power, don't we? So what if we... Yeah, we can't just feed into one of the machines, because that would make it awkward to find. What if we throw a wall outlet on there? Like that. And we can do the same on the other side. Hook up like that. Now there is some clipping there. Look at that. There's a wire clipping through something. Will we shout at me for that? Delete everything. It's rather depressing, actually. Forgot, because obviously these go the other way around, don't they? Alright, I'm actually going to do something really sad here. There we go. Just to not have that wire clip, I'll hook it up to something else first. Give this like a, give this a red. Look at that. Now I think this should work, but of course the only way to know is to test it, really, isn't it? Let's clear it. So now we need something. We need ore. Well, there's iron around here. Whole bunch. Impure, impure, pure, impure. Let's go from this one. Absolutely not Draenor. Okay, level 2 miner. So if we overclock it to 480. And then this is... It's a 3x3 grid. So it should fit on that. We need 10 computers in order to get some power over here. I have power somewhere not far away. I have power over there. Alright, give me a second. Infrastructure out to the middle of the desert just to do some testing. I enjoyed the ending of Final Fantasy X mostly. Oh, you've completed it, have you? What were your thoughts on the whole experience? I assume, of course, it's now one of your favorite games of all time. Off the... It's like a pixel. Fine. Oh, just about. There we go. It was fun. I like being able to summon Aeons. Yeah. It's sad. The scene with Auron when he vanishes and he gives Kamari a little pat on the chest. Okay. So let's just sync this stuff for now. We'll do a test of the throughput. I swear. I've never used one of those Does it fit like that? There we go. That is really handy, isn't it? Being able to just be like instant smelt and set up like that. We should be able to connect that to either of those. What was the, let's see, there was a conveyor counter, wasn't there? Do I have that unlocked? Or was that in the shop and I've just not bought it? Ooh, cables. Look at that. That's super cool. Organization. Oh, it's probably in here, isn't it? No. Okay. Management. Oh, it's probably in here. Oh, there it is. Conveyor throughput monitor. Well, that would be handy, but I don't have 5 tickets. You've been playing for 2 hours. Leave me alone. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll get 5 tickets and unlock it. Because I would quite like to be able to see the throughput on this thing. So I got some turbo motors before. Let's feed them into the old. Look at them go. 29 printable coupons. That'll do me. I'd love to be an item on a conveyor belt. Una getting friend zoned was a good bit. So when are you gonna play 10-2? Logistics. Yeah, there we are. Monitoring. That's handy, isn't it? Soon. Oh, wow. Huh? What the hell happened here? Well, that was a good start, wasn't it? Did I accidentally delete the splitter? That was there for some reason. How did I manage that? Is it deleted in the blueprint? No, it's there. I must have just clicked on it accidentally when I was deleting the thing before. Okay, so this is 480. Ah, well, I know the issue here. I haven't actually told it that it's doing iron. There's a way to copy the settings from one, isn't there? Copy settings. Can you control and V while you're looking at it? You can, yes. I remember. Come on, wouldn't let me look at it. So this is just a test to find if there's any problems with this one. What are we at so far? Let's see. 42. I like crawling around in the machines like this. Let's see. I think we're all green. 4 greens. 4 greens. There we go. That's looking pretty full. Alt F4. Okay, so the only thing we have to do after the setup is tell it what it's doing. Although I could put it in the blueprint designer, set it all to iron and save it as iron, and then re-put it back in and save it as copper, so I never have to do that again. Looks like it's working though. 421. 480 is the goal. We forgot to clip it. I solved it. Oh, look. No. There's some gaps. There shouldn't be gaps. We've got a problem. Yeah, because obviously they stored some internally, didn't they? Why? So here we go then. Let's bug fix this. And then we need to remember whatever it is that we do. Because then we need to fix it in the planner. Yeah, it looks like we're missing a bunch. We're at like 300. Yeah, there's some... Oh no, you know what? It might be fine. It might be fine. I think what's going to happen is it just needs time to balance. Yeah. I think it's working. If they were all greens before, so what it will be is it just needs time for the ore buffers to fill, because they can all hold 100 ore. So it'll start out at 300 and it'll creep up, is the plan, as these become filled with ore. Yeah. It's because going along, it has... Every one of these has a 50% chance to receive ore. So the first ones will be more likely to have them. And the end will be quite dry until it's left for like... It'll probably take like 10 minutes. So yeah, look, it's creeping back up. There we go. If we cared about the throughput exactly, we could just leave it to fill up for 10 minutes before we actually turn it on, you know? Lovely. Well, we've made a machine that makes 480 iron ingots a minute and throws them into a hole for no reason. How about that Iran situation? Has there been any news? I mean, the last thing I saw actually was someone on Blue Sky saying everyone's blaming Israel for breaking the ceasefire, but this all started when Lebanon blew up one of Israel's tanks, and then there were like 100 replies that were all, why was Israel's tank in Lebanon to be blown up in the first place? Which is a fair point. You don't get to be like, they shot at our military hardware that was currently located in their territory firing at people. So they started it. $390. I like the look of this. What do I want to do on this save ultimately? Let's have a little think. Wow, we just wait for this to... I love these little belt checker things. Are fucking great. They are. Little belt counters. Is there a mist-shrouded Lake of Liane? There is. This area is quite mist-shrouded and marshy. This is very much the Liane of the lakes area, I think. I want to delete this one, because it's ugly. My 300 one. There we go. They're on a lot of side goals. I'm just thinking about what sort of factory I want to make. What I usually end up doing is making like 10 by 10 squares. Basically like that over there. and building something on them. So it'll be like, okay, this one is... like I was making 4 towers of these on like a block, you know, and that would be iron processing, and then one for copper, and then I'd make them in like a big like grid of 10 by 10 squares. Each platform would be doing its own thing. What I want to do is I want to make a central factory with lots of trains and drones. That's what I want to make, I think. $4.20. Takes a long time to fill up. I guess it's getting munched a lot, isn't it? It's actually sitting... Oh, I was worried then. I was like, it's not moving higher. There must be one of them's broken. Now, I think if you're going to rely on trains and drones, wouldn't it be better to build centrally? You know, because then if you're sending trains out and drones flying in, like if you build your factory up here, drones have to fly all the way across the map and all the way back again. Whereas if you build in the center, it's shorter flights all around, isn't it? So like this area. And there's a bunch, because it's high up, there's a bunch of good resources and a lot of water near there as well. Alright, I think I'm happy with that. As long as it goes over 450, then we know that they're all operating. Central planning. I feel good about that. I've had this occasional dream, much like my all-female blitzball team, which is to build a little modular drone port, right? And then just have everything brought to one big central depot. You know? Where, like, for bulk amounts of resources, we use trains. And for little fiddly things, we use drones. The problem is, yeah, it does need, because this is high, you need a lot of infrastructure. We could just rely on drones, though, as well, you know? Focus on the blitzball thing first. Come on, go over 450. Nice, that's... Oh. Well, okay. I was gonna say, if one of them was broken, it literally couldn't go over 450, right? That one is still yellow, but I think it just doesn't have... It's operating like one down for now. Train elevator spiral blueprint. Oh my god. I've never even considered such a thing. Spiral train elevator? That's incredible. That's the sort of thing I'd have to watch a YouTube video for, though, isn't it? That sounds really... That sounds very difficult to make. There we go, there's a start. It's kind of simple. 452. It's really struggling to creep up any higher, isn't it? You are working, right? Yeah, like this one, it takes this one being at 100 for it to stop getting fed, like that back one, right? And then this one becomes more likely to be fed. And then this one. And then this one. Yeah. It just takes a long time. I think it takes a longer time the more it's on, because there's more chances for there to be an open belt. So this thing will take, like... I mean, I could be looking at this for another hour before it balances. What? I watched another streamer pull his hair out trying to do this. What? Trying to build this or trying to build a spiral train staircase? I legitimately wouldn't know where to start. Well, we couldn't just build one, could we? We would have to build a blueprint for it. So what would it have to be exactly? It would have to be... You reckon the train can go around that turn? I like having my blue... Oh, I don't know any other way to do it than that. You can't possibly have the train... There's no chance, right? Like, you can't just... You can't place it down and... You'd have to... Yeah. You would have to put down... something for it to clip up onto. Right? And then have it, like, approach it like that. Yeah, that's crazy. I'd have to watch a tutorial for that. That would take me all day to figure out. And frankly, it's too hard. I don't have the brain for it. I gave up everything I had building this thing. Alright, let's give it a bash. Let's move some to the end. It looks... I mean, it couldn't be... If any one of them was actually broken, it couldn't be going faster than 450. So it's like... It does 480 a minute after, like, an hour of balancing, I think. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, was it? I'm going to look at the spiders a second, 1 second. Yeah, they do. Hang it out. Ooh. I can get all that. Did you? Hello, Queen. God, they're so active. They're so active in the light. The LED lights have them, like... I think their hunting is, like, light activated or something. What are these machines doing it? I don't think they could... They didn't really come up with that, did they? Yeah, I can see, like, building, like, a quarter of the train thing, and then you just put down 4 to, like, rotate it. That sounds horrible, though. You know what you can also do? You can just put a train station down and then a belt elevator up to another train station at the top. Like you can do that. That it's allowed. Are you okay there? No one's allowed to get mad at you for doing that. This hasn't been building up here, so it's all getting smelted. It's fine. Are we taking the slug somewhere nice? Yes, it's going to be put in a safe little container called a power shard, and it's going to live in our machines. What is the throughput on these belts? Am I like completely wrong? No, it is 480. I'm just like driving myself mad, like exactly one of them is broken. It must be. The AI is a virus spawned from a now dead Earth whose goal is to attract resources in order to build a new interstellar pit to spread more seeds to more planets. What are we then? How much story is in it? I completed it after 1.0 and I don't remember there being any story. I mean, because I'd never paid attention. I think was part of the problem. We're the avatar of the AI. There's an alien voice slowly learning to talk to our AI. Yeah, I remember a lot of that. And a lot of being kind of annoyed by how long that was taking. Until this says 480, I ain't leaving. Getting there. Why is it all corporate branded then? Oh, here we go. We did it. 480. Wonderful. Okay, it works. I knew it worked 10 minutes ago, but for some reason I'm like, I couldn't let it go. I was like, I need to see it. I need to see it say 480. The AI was a corporate tool that's been left unchecked. I see, I see. I always worry whenever I'm like, I don't feel like the narrative of this game was implemented very well. I'm like, God, what if on the off chance one of the people who wrote it is just browsing the Satisfactory tag and they hear someone say something mean? You know what I mean? There we go. We will now let it drain out. They got honest feedback. Oh, I suppose so. Alright. I'm happy with this. While that's draining, I'll build something else. What the hell, Fizzy? Sounds absurd. It's a little exploration thing that I like. Yeah, we can't build that. Sadly. Look at that. How annoying. Honestly. Let me clip a little. It should just let you clip. It's honestly not fair. Might need to make this a little bigger. Yeah, we need to get able to get this in sideways, don't we? Which is important for the look of the thing, you know. They're always somewhere where the levels don't line. Yeah. I'm okay with it being up against the thing like that. Very good. Lovely. We need a half-length ramp or something. Yeah. See, this isn't so bad because it'll be, like, clipped into floors and so on, you know. What else do I want? Do I want a man here as well? Given the option. Like that. What was this micro nudge we apparently have? Oh, it went half. Look at that. You can nudge by half these days. How exciting. Like, this totally doesn't matter whatsoever. I'm still like, no, I will get this perfect. There we go. Now I also like having a power pole on this as well. We can just pop there. Oh, I should make a whole bunch of power storage, shouldn't I? That's one thing I haven't done. Made like a... Oh, I bet there... You could always daisy chain these together, right? Or am I wrong there? I can't remember. Got lights as well. Very good. This is just a little, like, forward base that you can dump anywhere. what should we make our... Let's make it like this. There we go. What I like about this as well is you can, for instance, set that to like 8 on there. Now when you're running around, just go 8 like that. And look at that. You got a little instant base with the research and the crafting bench and the equipment workshop. I'm impressed with the blueprint designer in this game and how it works. I think it's awesome. And you can also dismantle in blueprint mode, which is wonderful. Love it. Excellent. I let this thing drain out so that I wouldn't have to deal with having a whole... Yeah, look at that. God, I hope that's not broken. At some point I must have accidentally deleted the front bit, right? Yeah, no, it's there. Isn't it? Yeah, no problem. Lovely. Good, I feel like I have accomplished something there. Not in, you know, like a real sense. Or anything like that. Oh, hang on. We do. Clear blueprint designer. Take all. Now we can delete this. It's important to clean up after yourself, you know. Because I don't actually want all this crap here. Nearly out of fuel. Alright, on the agenda then. It's probably just... I don't know. Getting better jetpack fuel for a start. No one irons anymore. I don't iron. I have ironed in the past, but there is zero fucking chance I would iron now. Outside of like a funeral or something. I'm not ironing. I won't do it. You should iron all of Ash's clothes. Are you fucking joking? That would take me a month. Do you know how many clothes Ash has? She just generates clothes around her. You could do an ironing segment. Why would I do an iron? Why would anyone care about that? Charity ironing stream. I just hang it up in the bathroom while I show it. See, that is perfectly fine. We don't have time for iron. There were lots of things in the past, like ironing, which basically they existed to fill time before we had, you know, more things to do. Because the world was just too depressing if you were like, okay, I've done everything I need to do today, and it's like 10 a.m., you know? They existed to give mums something to do while kids... Exactly. There's lots of stuff like that to just prevent people from becoming alcoholics. But now we've got, like, you know, we've got the internet and apps. And anime grok companions. So there's no time to iron anymore. Yeah, and YouTube shorts. Lovely. I have no idea how to use railway signals. I've never used them. I've only... maybe I should learn. Maybe, you know what? I always have like I'm going to build a big train depot. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build a really big train depot. And I never do. Because I can never figure out how the signals are supposed to work. If we get this, we can get packaged fuel and use it for the jetpack. You know, so we can select that milestone. You can put that in. We can get our copper sheets. And our steel beams. And then we can, you know, sit around waiting for our copper sheets. Even though I don't need to, because I know they're only over here. You can just go take 200 out of this. You know. Honestly, if you build... this is one copper patch, which is going into 3 smelters. One line of which becomes copper sheets. The other one becomes copper wire, and the other one becomes cables. And then they all just feed into this. That's the only copper patch I have hooked up. That's it. If you set that up, you're laughing. Like, you get infinite cable and wire and copper sheets. It's more than you need, like, just walking around by yourself. Fizzy's Final Fantasy VII Remake Rebirth and is trying to show me Tifa's boobs and bum. Tell Fizzy to get Stellar Blade. It's much better for that sort of thing. How do we make fuel? Okay, just crude oil, and that becomes this and resin. We need empty canisters. How do you make empty canisters? Oh, plastic. Shall we go set that up? Packaged fuel on tap, so I don't have to keep on having a jetpack that runs off burning leaves. I've got Tifa permanently in her sexy beach clothes. Well. Bully for you. It's going to be 39 here near Paris. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. That's awful. Wait, why am I running along my transportation pipe I made to quickly transport me between these two places? I think that in my mind this went somewhere else. So now I'm just running along it. And I'm nearly out of fuel, so I have to do this. Whee. Okay, so I can figure this out. First things first, we need to move this. Right, we need to put it like somewhere flat over there. So that we can run a splitter off this. This is not going to be pretty, by the way. Then we go for a constructor. We tell this to make empty canisters. Then we have a packager. We tell this to make packaged fuel. Might have to split this up. So we need another one of these. Again, going to be very ugly for a minute. Excuse me, could you get out of the way, please? Thank you. You don't mind, do you? Go like that. Tell this to make fuel. There we go. Beautiful. Not pretty. But this is all temporary. If we had a spider update yet this stream. Yes, I've been checking on them periodically. They've been very active under the lights. I'm going to have another little sneaky look at them. We got them some LED lights. And they're so, like, they're up and running around. Very good. They're both just... they're hanging out. That's the one that was for... Oh, the one that went into her web and didn't come out for like a week. Yeah, she molted. And molted well, and came out and immediately hunted 2 little flies, which was nice to see. Okay, so this is working. Now, we need to get another sink on the go. Again, so ugly, but this just exists in order to spit these things into a box for us, so that we can always have jetpack fuel. There we go. Look at that. Oh, it's lovely. So now we can take this out of here whenever we want to. And we have better fuel for the jetpack. It lasts longer. It shoots us higher. Wow, etc. It's a real mess. But I'm happy to have scratched that off. Pin your fuel. Yeah, I probably should do that, actually. Forgot about the pin feature. Pin. Lovely. The game should let you fire your jetpack inside this tube to speed up when you're in here. In my opinion. I'd love to molt. It probably feels good, doesn't it? She was very, very skittish for a little while after molting, because I think they take a little while to harden. So they go in like an extra thick web and just hide there for like a week. Which can be a bit scary, because you're like, oh, I hope, you know, they've got enough water. I was really happy to see her hunt successfully after she molted. Whee. Okay, brilliant. I'm going to call that a success. What did we accomplish today? We set up packaged fuel. We unlocked a couple of things in here. And I built this blueprint, which is pretty cool, I will say. I'll have it. And I'm going to end there. Oh, alright, folks. Let me do a quick save. Go. Exit. Right. I am going to be probably recording audio over the weekend. So, probably won't be streaming because my throat will be fucked. So I'll probably be back on Monday. Yeah. What for? For my video. I'm going to be doing the audio for the weekend. So yeah, I'll be back on Monday. Me and Ashley are, I think, going away on Tuesday. But I should be back in time for the stream on Wednesday. I'm not sure, though. I will let you know on Monday. I'm going to head off. Who am I going to raid? I'm going to raid Nextlander. Why not? Here we go. And yeah, I'll see you all next time, folks. Farewell.